What's up, YouTube? I'm Robert and this is the biker channel B1. Today I just climbed 900 feet and 5 miles so you can ride Funner with me.
For those of you not familiar with Bend, Oregon, Green Gate is a popular parking spot for accessing the trails outside of Bend. It's even so popular that, oddly enough, it has a location on Google Maps. It's located about halfway between Bend and Mountain Bachelor, and in my experience is a pretty good delineator of the type of trail that you're about to ride. The trails above it tend to be a little more on the chunkier side, and the trails below it heading towards town are more pedally XC types. Every time I go to Bend, I end up doing a loop of Funner and Tiddlywinks. They're both super fun and in different ways. For a long time, I'd just climb up Funner and go down Tiddlywinks. However, with a little more fitness in the tank nowadays, I tend to do a loop on both. As you can see, Tiddlywinks has more of a flow, almost jump line kind of feel to it, whereas Funner, on the other hand, has more of a natural feel to it. Let's jump into the climb.
All right, let's climb up Funner. This is basically going to be an out and back.
The first part of the climb is a gradual grade, but has a few little spots you'll pick up some speed, so it's not totally a grind fest. The first decision you have to make at this intersection is just a matter of how you want to climb. To the left, more chunky. To the right, a little easier. I usually come down the chunky route on the way back. Right after that, you get your first taste of chunk. It's a fun little techie section that's refreshing after you've been pedaling for a while. As you come out of it, you'll be at a confluence of a few trails, and it could be easy to miss your turn. Make a hard right and start climbing Funner.
All right, and we climb. You'll notice a lot of these little do not enter signs as you're going up.
Sometimes on the right or sometimes on the left. Either way, they're the fun DH sections. Try and keep them in mind when descending if you want more of a challenging ride rather than the flowy descent.
There's a few of those along the way, but the signage out here is really good. Most of this climb isn't too bad. It's got a few techie sections here and there. For the most part, this isn't an overly difficult climb.
If you get outclassed, don't feel bad about getting off and walking. There's a few of these sections along the way that'll keep you coming back for more. So next time you're there, you have something to check off that list of things that you didn't clean last time that you're gonna get this time. One thing to keep in mind is that this trail has different options for which way you want to come back down the hill. So you could take the line that I'm going to show you in the video, or you could end up coming down this. So definitely keep your eyes open for what your downhill route's going to be. I will say that these punchy little techie climbs along the way really help break up the climb and actually are a pretty fun little challenge that helps pass the time. So enjoy them, embrace them, because there's a handful of them on your way up.
So once again, there's another do not enter on the right.
As I said earlier, the trail's really signed well. However, there are a few spots where I could see somebody getting a little confused. You'll cross a road like this one here, just go straight across, but keep an eye out for the signs on which way's the downhill and which way's the uphill climb.
Stay to the right, in my opinion, for the easier climb. There's no sign there. I thought there used to be one, but maybe I'm forgetting. Big old log drop up there on the left.
Once you get to this bermy part of the climb, keep in mind it's a two-way trail through this section, so there could be somebody coming to mock Jesus right for you. But the sight lines are really good, so ultimately, you shouldn't have a problem.
All right, so you punch along this fire road for a little bit, and then got a little left-hander. There it is. So you'll see the signage, hang a left.
At this point, the trail gets a little bit more on the flowy side and sort of flattens out, but there are a few little chunky sections that come along the way. However, for the most part, it's a pretty XC kind of flow to it from here on out.
Nice thing about riding up this and then descending it is like you get to see most of it, and then on your way back, you're like prepared for different things. You'll notice these Ys as you come to them. You can go either direction. They just split and come back. And you come back into the pine trees like this, you're just about there. So this is your like mental marker. You're close to the top. All right, little dirt jump park over here. And restroom back there. Tiddlywinks over that way. All right, let's get after it. Apparently no e-bikes in Bend. See a lot of those signs everywhere. It's like, do all that climbing so I can climb back up here. Oh man, the spirits are better though. You know the downhill's coming.
At this point, I'm going to crank the music up and we're going to have a good time. Unfortunately, there was a bit of wind noise, so let's just have fun with it. The first section of the trail you come into is super pedally and floaty. It's one of those spots where you want the seat up high so you can really pedal, but need to be able to drop it at a moment's notice to hit some of the fun jumps that pop up.
Oh yeah. Digging them berms. Berminator.
Remember that when you see the Y signs in this direction, you can go either way as they both come back to a singular trail.
Just dropping the watts right here.
If you're shuttling between Green Gate and the upper lot I showed you where the dirt jumps are, I try to take everything to the left on one run and everything to the right on the next, until I have a preference on which one I think is more fun. Depending on what time of year you're there, it could be super dry and dusty like it is right now, or these turns could be so much fun. So enjoy the berms through this section and just keep pedaling and hitting all these little tabletops that come up along the way.
Straight across the road.
And dip into party mode.
There we go. I think this is that little techie section. There you go. Kind of mangled that, but whatever.
Once you see this little whoopty off to the left, you know you're about ready to drop into that bermy section. So get ready to hold on and pin some berms.
Stay to the left. Damn, these are some fun ass berms. Yeah. Even though it's dry, this dirt hooks up good. I wasn't sure how it was gonna handle. Let's get a little tighter at the bottom there. Stay right for the downhill trail. Missing a bunch of skinnies if you wanted. Little fun booters like that though, just sitting there. We're gonna stay right, still on the downhill stuff. Wow, I could have made that. Darn. Oh, I totally screwed that up.
So what you heard me complaining about there a second ago was a rock drop that I missed. And in this section, there's several of them. So definitely be prepared for them to come up and keep your A game together and you'll be having a good time.
Woo. Nice. We'll go right. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, I could have took that one. That's when it helps to know the trail. Lots of little booters I'm noticing. Little natural ones on the right and the left of the trail. Looks like good times. Little bump jumpers. Looks like another Y. We'll go right. Seems like right's our way of choice today. Whew. There we go. Nice. Oh, there's a big old, oh, there's a big old skinny drop I showed you on the way up. Stay left. Go left. Just drop down that. I think this is that big drop. Oh, let's back up and do that. Just commit. Roll down and go. This is a little roller here. I can't remember. I can hit it as a jump too.
What I said there is key. The last 2 rock rolls that I did can actually be done as drops as well. And you can take that first roll or drop as a sign for what's about to come up, because they start coming in succession, one after another.
Should just be sending like that. Like we're coming back in. There you go. Yeah, so if you would have went right there, it would have been more flowy. So take the left lines on your way down if you want chunk. You think I would have remembered that after seeing them all that way, my way up, but can't teach a gorilla. Oh, here we are at the bottom. Shoot.
That intersection you just saw is where Tiddlywinks and Funner ends. It links you back to the main trail that takes you over to the Green Gate. You've got a couple of fun little techie rock sections that come up, and other than that, it's a pretty flowy run back to the truck.
All right, at this point, pedal your way back to Green Gate. Go to the right here if you want a little extra chunk. Find a little section. Little chunky switchback.
At this point, it's about beer 30, or it's time to start wrapping your head around getting in the shuttle truck and doing another lap.
Well, there you have it. Funner. Even over 100 degrees, it's funner. I want you guys to remember one thing, and one thing only. It only takes a bike to be a biker. Get out and be one.